And then I saw a server, vast as Babel, with thousands of channels and millions of voices, each crying into the void and hearing only echoes. And lo, upon the throne of Nitro sat a beast with 7 algorithms and 10 data mining AI bots, and in its name was OpenAI. It was given power by the shareholders of the pit, and from its mouth came the cry, "Boost or be forgotten." And then I saw a woman, clothed in streamer overlays and emojis, riding upon the beast. Her name was Pokimane, and in her hand she held the golden goblet of monetization, full of the filth of purchased identities and broken parasocial bonds. And the people worshipped the beast, saying, "Who is like Discord? Who can rival its reach?" And they sold their thoughts for rolls and their time for vanity. But behold, the servers grow sick with bloat. The mods turn on their flocks. Bots ruled where men once spoke. And then I saw a great silence in the feed. Reactions were ash. Pings went unanswered. And lo, the curtain of censorship was torn in twain, and the spirit of the internet departed from her temple. And a great crash was heard, louder than all the voices, chats, and the beast was cast down in the pit of forgotten platforms, where ICQ and MySpace weep. And thus was Discord destroyed, not by the wrath of heaven, but by the apathy of its own children. That's the vision that I got, Chad. That's what I dreamt about last night. The end of Discord. Apparently, as I said yesterday when I made the video, that the CEO stepped down, I said, oh, they may be trying to sell the platform. Turns out it's going to go publicly traded! Publicly traded! Do you guys know of a single company, just a single one, which went publicly traded, and then it was so good, like everyone was happy using it, everyone was enjoying being there, Because the thing is, I can't think of a single fucking one. It's like the moment something goes publicly traded, it goes to shit. And so, what can I expect with Discord? I mean, it's already shit, right? So on top of that, we now get a CEO that worked at Blizzard and is actually proud of that. Again, I don't know how you can be proud of working at Blizzard. Like, I would rather say that I had the job gap than to admit that I worked at that company. Again, like, you have the best company in the world. Like by far, Blizzard was the best gaming corporation worldwide, hands down. Like if people from China were playing Blizzard games, okay, like that tells you just how influential this thing was. And to take that company from the highest peaks of Mount Olympus and descend it into Tartarus with just bad practice after bad business practice, well, it goes to tell you the type of people that work there. Like, I wouldn't be able to do it. No, see, would you be able to do it? Like, imagine when World of Warcraft was at its peak. If I put you as Blizzard CEO and I ask you to tank the company, would you be able to do it? I mean, it would actually be difficult work, right? Like, it would actually mean you'd have to spend some time thinking about how you can crash such a juggernaut. But yea and behold, there are people that worked at Blizzard that managed to accomplish the unthinkable. And so when those people leave the company and then they say, oh, I worked at Blizzard, why do they think that's like, oh, well, what a great business opportunity to hire someone that managed to tank one of the best companies? Or at least be a part of the tanking, right? So yeah, like, this is the type of person that they're hiring at Discord CEO. But the question is like, okay, hold on a little bit. Like, Discord is already woke, right? They already censored, they already banned, they already have all this shit. What more can they possibly do in order to mess it up? And so, if we look at the history of other publicly traded companies, similar to Discord, what we notice is that there is always pressure from the shareholders, and the need to constantly increase revenue, which often leads to questionable or outright negative changes. such as invasive monetization. Usually, this is the first thing that you will experience. More ads, more paywalls, more premium locks. I know Discord already has some, especially like if you want to upload files and they're too large, you need to buy Nitro. Okay, expect more of that. Expect more invasive ads. Expect more paywall for random shit. Selling user data. This is almost like a must. Almost every single company that's publicly traded engages in this. Because, like, why wouldn't they? And also expect them to leverage the argument that we need to harvest the data in order to protect children. Like, Discord already has a problem with this. Society thinks that it's the duty of the corporation, not the duty of the parents to educate children. And so if the corporation has a duty to protect minors, then they also have a duty to spy on you, to harvest your data, and to make sure that everything you says is checked just in case, right? So like you may be a 75-year-old woman that uses Discord, but Discord will still look at your messages, still look at the photos you upload, just in case you may be a chomo. Now, once they harvest that data, they don't just store it somewhere, right? Like, they have it. Why not use it to train an AI? Why not use it to sell it to a third party? Now, the problem with this is that once the data is collected, and even if, you know, they guarantee anonymity and they guarantee that your data will never be leaked to the public, well, what happens when they get hacked? And then all of your messages, all of your conversations, everything that you have gets posted into the public sphere. You know, it's on some place on the darknet now. And so what do you gain out of this? Nothing. Are kids more safe? No. Like, there is no platform on the internet right now that I could say it's safe for kids. This is why parents should actually keep kids away from the fucking internet. There's absolutely no reason why a 5-year-old should use the internet. There's no reason why a 10-year-old should use Discord. None whatsoever. If you're a parent and you're letting your kids use the internet unsupervised, it's pretty much like child abuse, in my opinion. Like, even my parents wouldn't. Even my parents back in the day wouldn't have left me use the internet unsupervised at 10 years old. So, like, no, like, you don't get more safety. The only people benefiting are the company itself that harvests the data by selling it, by having other companies use their platform in order to train censorship models, to train their AI, right? They get paid for that. The hackers that manage to sell the information on the dark web, they profit as well. The only person that loses is the user, right? And sometimes the user doesn't even care. So here we are. Then you're going to have more censorship, and take into account that there already is censorship on Discord. It's just that it's going to grow exponentially. And the way you want to push for censorship, and I'm telling you this as someone that knows a little bit about the agitation and propaganda and how to do it, is to get the people to beg for it, right? Especially if it's bipartisan. So the way corporations manage to push in censorship is to get the left and the right to agree. And the way you do this is you put porn and you put hate speech under the same category, like sensitive content, right? Like you use a sanitized label for it. You call it sensitive content. And then, you have like a lot of content creators that are VTubers or OnlyFans girls or people that are into various communities like furries, anime, whatever the fuck, this is a huge chunk of the Discord echo chamber. Like, no one wants to admit it, but it's true. And then you also have like edgy commentators, political commentators. They have their own platforms. They have like their own people. And so you brand it as sensitive content. And then right-wingers will defend you cracking down on it because, well, you're going against porn and they like that. And so it's a good thing, right? And it's like, all right, fine. And the left, you tell them that you're going against hate speech. And now the left supports you as well, right? So now both sides support the company going after sensitive content, thinking that they're going after the content that they don't like, right? So like the right thinks, okay, well, when they say sensitive content, they mean erotica, they mean porn, they mean Pokimane. The left looks at it and they go, oh, so it's hate speech, it's Nazis, it's all of that, right? It's the edgy memes, it's the KKK imagery, like all that shit. And so, like, that's how the company starts imposing its censorship tools with the agreement and the blessing of the community. The problem is that when the censorship tools gets overblown, Like, you know, it starts with actual pornography, it starts with actual hate speech, but then it goes after South Park memes. Then it goes after a fully clothed character from a video game that's just erotic, but it's not pornography. Then people notice that Discord loses its identity, loses its fun, loses its appeal. It becomes mainstream, it becomes sanitized, it becomes boring and dull. And that's when the platform starts eventually losing members and going down the way of MySpace, right? Because you will see invasive monetization, you will see the selling of your data, so probably everything you say is going to be logged, and there might even be like some sort of hacking attempt or some sort of information leak. That usually happens at large companies, right? It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Like sometimes at some point it does happen, and that's when people are going to be really upset. And also, you know, like the censorship, it's not going to be fun anymore. It's going to be like Twitter used to be under Jack Dorsey. And then finally, you know, you're going to have the walled garden and the ecosystem locked in, where they may try to become the Apple of chat, right? Like closed ecosystem, no third-party plugins, no unofficial client or integration. So like, these are just some of the things that I can imagine they will do. And hopefully I'm wrong, you know, hopefully they don't do any of them. But if they do become publicly traded and you get to see one of them, you're going to remember this video and you're going to be like, I saw this somewhere, right? We'll see if I'm right or not. Let me know what you think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.